All right, let's dive right into this explainer. We're looking back at what is, without a doubt, one of the most absolutely enthralling group stage matches in FIFA World Cup history, the 2018 clash between Portugal and Spain. I mean, this game literally had everything you could possibly want from football. High drama, shocking errors, unbelievable skill, and a narrative arc that honestly felt like it was scripted in Hollywood.
We're going to completely bypass the slow tactical warm-ups today and throw you right out onto the pitch of this breathtaking 3-3 thriller. The original broadcast famously called it an absorbing, enthralling, exciting, exquisite encounter. And honestly, they hit the nail on the head. So today, we're going to break down exactly why this specific game remains a total modern masterclass.
To really get why this matters, let's set the stakes by comparing these two absolute titans of the sport. On one side, you've got Portugal. They rocked up to Russia as the stable, reigning European champions, boasting this fantastic competitive record under manager Fernando Santos. And on the other side, the 2010 World Cup winners, Spain. But here is the wild part. Spain was an absolute complete chaos. They shockingly fired their head coach, Johan Lopetegui, just 2 days prior to this opening match. Seriously, 2 days. The tension was just off the charts.
Now, think about the historic weight of this next detail. Cristiano Ronaldo was stepping onto the pitch that night to become the first Portuguese player ever to appear at 4 World Cup finals. 4! He was already a living legend, you know. But this match, this was about cementing a legacy on the game's ultimate stage, right against one of the massive pre-tournament favorites. But hanging over that huge historic milestone was a very specific, very massive shadow. Check this out. Despite earning his 151st cap for his country, and despite scoring against pretty much everyone else on the planet, Cristiano Ronaldo had never scored a single goal against Spain. 0. Zip. It was this massive psychological hurdle hanging right over him as the referee blew the whistle to start the match. And boy, does the frenetic first-half chaos prove immediately that this match was going to be an absolute roller coaster. Just looking at how things unfolded in the first 45 minutes alone, the pacing was absolutely relentless, just swinging wildly back and forth. In fact, just 3 minutes in, the tension completely snaps. Right inside the opening moments, Spain's defender Nacho puts in a clumsy challenge and sends Ronaldo sprawling in the box. Just like that, under the intense glare of the entire world, Spain concedes an immediate penalty. Literally the worst possible start for a team that was already reeling from a massive managerial crisis. So Ronaldo steps up to the spot. He confidently sends the Spanish goalkeeper, David De Gea, completely the wrong way. With just a cool, collected strike, Ronaldo finally breaks that long-standing drought against Spain. It's his 82nd international goal, and bam, it puts Portugal up 1-0 in the absolute blink of an eye. But hey, Spain isn't a team that just rolls over. Not a chance. They answer right back in the 24th minute with this direct long ball, searching for their incredibly physical striker, Diego Costa. Costa tangles aggressively with the Portuguese defender Pepe, drops him to the turf, dances past the rest of the defense, and just fires it into the net. This immediately sparks furious protests from the Portuguese side, who were absolutely convinced Pepe was fouled in the build-up. Mimicking that real-time anxiety that's become such a staple of modern football, we go to the video assistant referee. A super tense VAR check is completed for that potential foul on Pepe. But the goal stands. Spain has tied the game at 1-1, and let me tell you, the drama is only just getting started. Then, right before halftime, absolute disaster strikes for Spain. Ronaldo finds a pocket of space and strikes this low, awkward, bouncing ball right at David De Gea. Now, this should have been a comfortable routine save, but it forces a highly uncharacteristic, sprawling error from the world-class goalkeeper. The ball just slips right through his grasp, putting Portugal back up 2-1 right before the whistle. It's a truly crushing psychological blow. Coming out of the locker room, though, Spain comes out absolutely firing. In the 55th minute, they execute this devastatingly simple yet brilliant 3-step free kick routine. A deep ball is chipped back perfectly across the goal by Sergio Busquets and David Silva, and it is just mercilessly turned in from close range by Diego Costa once again. After yet another incredibly tense VAR check to clear the buildup of any potential fouls, the resilient Spanish side has drawn level once again, 2-2. It's crazy because despite the coaching chaos and that horrific goalkeeping error in the first half, Spain's tactical pedigree just keeps pulling them back from the brink.
Okay, now let's dive into what is arguably the ultimate reversal and redemption arc of this entire match. Literally 3 minutes after tying the game, Spain attacks again. A loose ball gets deflected out of the penalty area, and guess who it falls to? Nacho, the exact same man who gave away the penalty to Ronaldo in the opening 3 minutes. The ball is sitting up perfectly for him just outside the box,
And Nacho unleashes a completely scintillating volley. He strikes it with absolute purity, curling and bending it beautifully right in off the inside of the post. As the broadcaster rightly said at the time, wow. It is a stunning, breathtaking goal that gives Spain their first lead of the night at 3-2. Talk about completing a massive personal redemption for the defender, right?
So the game grinds on. We reach the 88th minute. The clock is dying, and Spain is desperately, frantically trying to hold on to this hard-fought lead. But under intense pressure, Spanish defender Gerard Piqué commits a massive foul on Ronaldo just outside the penalty box. And that one moment perfectly sets the stage for the most dramatic climax imaginable.
Ronaldo steps up. He does that iconic stance, pulling up his shorts to show those famous thigh muscles, fully embracing the immense pressure of the moment. And he delivers an exquisite, absolutely iconic strike. He goes up over the wall, and the ball dips flawlessly down under the crossbar, leaving De Gea completely helpless. The commentators are literally screaming, "Genius, genius, exemplary perfection." 3 goals! Think about that for a second. A historic hat trick to tie the game 3-3 in the dying moments. That legendary free kick also marked his 84th international goal. He literally put the entire country on his back when they needed him the absolute most. When we look at this final tally, it reveals such a fascinating contrast in how these two teams operated that night. Ronaldo's singular one-man brilliance perfectly matched Spain's relentless multi-threat attack led by Diego Costa's brace and Nacho's wonder strike. It was, essentially, one man matching the total output of an entire golden generation. As the final whistle blew, the momentum had swung so violently back and forth, but just looking at the body language out there on the pitch, Portugal was undoubtedly the happier side to escape this brutal opening Group B fixture with a point. I mean, Spain had dominated possession, they created these incredible team goals, but at the end of the day, they just couldn't overcome the sheer force of nature wearing the number 7 shirt.
This unforgettable encounter leaves us with a truly fascinating question to ponder. In the absolute highest stakes of the World Cup, is a beautifully orchestrated, multi-layered team system the ultimate weapon? Or can one transcendent superstar operating at the absolute peak of his powers single-handedly level the playing field? Think about that the next time you watch a heavy favorite take on a legendary player, because in this 2018 Masterclass, the answer was a thrilling, beautiful tie.